All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're unlocking the exact blueprint for you, the elite medical expert, to take all that incredible clinical mastery you've earned and turn it into real, powerful digital authority, specifically on LinkedIn.
So let me ask you a question. Does this sound familiar? It's a really frustrating place to be, right? You've put in the years, you've got the training, a successful practice, genuine expertise, but online, it's kind of like you're invisible. You know you're at the top of your game, but does the rest of the professional world? This is a huge challenge for so many top-tier professionals today.
So why are we focusing so hard on LinkedIn? Well, get this, 45.6%. That's the percentage of key decision makers. We're talking the people who book you for speaking gigs, the ones seeking high-value consultations, the ones forging major industry partnerships, who found content on LinkedIn that made them pull the trigger on a business decision. This isn't just another social network. It is, without a doubt, the most powerful engine on the planet for professional credibility. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to tackle the modern expert's dilemma. Then we'll establish why LinkedIn is the platform for your digital authority. From there, we'll get into the nitty-gritty, crafting your profile, finding your voice with content, and finally turning that entire strategy into real-world influence. So let's talk about that first point, this dilemma. We call it the credibility gap. And it's this huge chasm between your actual, in-the-trenches, hard-earned skill level and how that expertise is seen, or more often, not seen, in the digital world. You know, the place where all the big decisions are being made. And this quote, wow, it really just cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? Your actual skill level matters, but not as much as the public projection of your skill level. I mean, just think about that for a second. In our digital-first world, your visibility, how you project your expertise out there, that's what opens doors. It's not just about being the best anymore. It's about being known as the best.
Okay, so that's the problem. Let's start talking about the solution. And it means we have to completely reframe how we see LinkedIn. It is not just an online resume you update every few years. It's the premier professional ecosystem. It's the single best place to build, manage, and broadcast your reputation to the exact people who need to hear it.
And what's the end game here? Well, it's a marketing concept called top of mind. It's pretty simple, really. When someone, a colleague, a potential high-value patient, a conference organizer, thinks about your specific niche in aesthetic medicine, whose name pops into their head first? The goal's for it to be your name, every single time. That's what true digital authority feels like.
And this is exactly why LinkedIn is the perfect playground for experts like you. I mean, look at the comparison. Other platforms? They're all about mass market entertainment, it's a low barrier to entry, just a ton of noise. LinkedIn is different. It's a professional ecosystem. The barrier is higher, the audience is smarter, and they actually expect quality. Now, a lot of people see that as a bad thing, but for you, that is a huge competitive advantage. It filters out all the junk and leaves a wide open space for real expertise to shine.
Now, if you're still not convinced, look at this. This number is it's staggering. On LinkedIn, 99.4% of people are just consuming content. They're scrolling, they're reading, they're watching. Only 0.6%, that's not even 1 full percent, are the ones actually creating the content each week. Do you see what that means? This is not a crowded space. It is a vacuum. It is a massive golden opportunity for anyone with real expertise to step up and completely own the conversation.
All right, let's start getting practical. I want you to start thinking of your LinkedIn profile as your digital consultation room. It's the very first place someone goes after they see your amazing content. It's where they size you up, where they decide if you're the real deal. And you know what they say about first impressions? They're absolutely everything.
And the journey a potential client or colleague takes is actually pretty simple. Step 1 is attraction. Your great content grabs their attention. It's the magnet. Step 2 is evaluation. They're intrigued, so they click on your profile to check you out. And step 3 is conversion. Your profile has to be so compelling that it convinces them to take that next step. But here's the key. If any piece of this breaks down, especially the profile, the whole thing just falls apart. The opportunity is just gone.
So let's focus on the 4 most important things to get right. First, your profile photo. This isn't a glamour shot. It needs to scream competence. Second, your headline. Please, don't just put your job title. It's a promise. It should clearly say, I help this person get this result. Third, your banner. It has to work together with your photo to create this polished, instant wow factor. And finally, the featured section. That's prime real estate. Put your single most important call to action there. Tell people exactly what you want them to do next. Okay, so once your profile, your digital consultation room is looking perfect, it's time to talk about the engine that drives everything, your content and your voice. And listen, this isn't about just posting random things when you feel like it. This is about developing a consistent, authoritative voice that proves your expertise over and over again.
And the best content strategies have a really nice balance of these 4 pillars. You need to inform, maybe about a new FDA-approved treatment. You need to educate, go a little deeper, teach something valuable. You have to inspire, share a powerful patient story, maybe. And, believe it or not, you also need to entertain, show some personality, a behind-the-scenes look. It makes you human. You mix all 4 of these together, and suddenly you have a truly magnetic presence.
And all of this leads to a really powerful idea called a personal monopoly. This is that sweet spot where you have zero competition. It's that unique intersection of your professional skills, your genuine personal interests, and your authentic personality. When you create from that place, you are literally in a category of one. Nobody can touch you.
All right, for our last section, let's talk about the mindset you're gonna need. Because building real, lasting influence isn't a quick sprint, it's a marathon. And honestly, it comes with some pretty big mental hurdles you have to be ready to clear.
I love this quote from Seth Godin. You feel like an imposter because you are an imposter, if you're doing something new. And that's exactly what this is. You might be a world-class expert in your medical field, but you're probably new to being a content creator, and that is totally okay. Feeling like an imposter doesn't mean you're a fraud. It's just a sign that you're pushing yourself. It means you're growing.
And it is so important to understand that this growth is not a straight line up. It's what's called a scalar. What that means is you're going to put in the work day in and day out for weeks, maybe even months, and the results will feel, well, kind of slow. But then you'll hit this tipping point and boom, the growth becomes exponential. You have to know this going in, because that knowledge is what will keep you going when things feel slow at the start.
And last but not least, never, ever forget the 90-9-1 rule. The likes and the comments you see, that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just the 10% you can see. The real prize is the other 90%. They are the silent majority. They are reading every word, they're watching every video, they are your future clients, your future collaborators. They might never engage publicly, but believe me, they are listening.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Your expertise? That's established. It's undeniable. You've earned it through years of hard work. But the question is your influence? Are you ready to build the kind of influence that your level of expertise truly deserves? Because the blueprint is right here and the opportunity has never been bigger.